Okay, welcome to Sparks Scribe. I'm going to step you through exactly what to do to get started. So the first thing you're going to see when you sign up for a free trial is the welcome message, and we're going to take you on the tour. So we'll step through this one at a time. So we're going to add a client. You can put a photo here. I won't click on that, but you can put a photo of whatever you need, the client, whatever you would like to do. So let's call this person Jane Smith. And in here you can put a client ID or the NDIS number, or you can leave it blank. So we'll leave that blank for now. We'll make the date of birth the 18th of March 2018, their contact number and their email address, jane@test.com. She probably gets a lot of emails. You put their address in. And then you can add all sorts of things like plan manager details, support coordinator details, and anyone else who's significant needs to be contactable. And this will be brought across to your invoicing if you want. So you can select people to invoice here. And if you change your mind over at the invoicing screen, you can actually deselect them over there or add more. So it's not a case of having to come back to this screen for that. Support information, so you can pop the type of support you're providing, the usual schedule, any special requirements. And this is where you put the NDIS number that'll be drawn over into the invoicing. Plan management type, let's say they're self-managed. And you can pop their goals in there too. All of this is optional, so you're not going to get stopped from creating something really quickly. Emergency contact, health and safety, so allergies, medications, conditions, mobility aids, communication needs, behavioural support. So let's go ahead and create that client. All right, we've done that. So let's move on to the next thing. We'll just click next here. And it's going to take us in to show us how to book a shift. So we've got a client now. We'll just press on that plus. We're going to book a shift. We'll call it daytime shift. You can call it whatever you want, obviously. And we'll have it for this time. We've got Jane Smith here, and her address comes up automatically. And you can also click on that real address over in the actual shift, and it'll open your maps for you if you need that. So all the most commonly used codes are here. So not all of the codes, because that's a huge undertaking, but all the most commonly used ones. And if there's a code that isn't there, you can actually create custom codes that will appear in this drop down. So I'll show you that as we move through. And as well, when you're setting up in your settings, you can assign hourly rates that will be automatically picked up for Monday to Friday shifts, Saturday shifts, Sunday shifts, and so on, no matter the code. But we'll just keep going for now. So you can add tasks onto the shift. You can add any task, obviously. Just add 2 in. And you can tick those off as you go. Now, you also have the ability to create recurring shifts, as many as you want with an end date, but we won't do that for now. We'll save your shift. And the next thing we're going to do is have a look at the shift notes. So we're going to add a shift note to that shift that we've just created. I'll close that one down for now. So we'll select the shift, Jane. And did we do some transport? Yeah, let's say that we did. We did 5 kilometres. And here you can choose templates for what you might want to be recording. So you've got progress report, incident report, behaviour observation, or the standard SOAPy note. That's the best practice note, but we'll start blank. Now here you can add your tasks as well. So we didn't go ahead and complete those, so they'll show as incomplete. I'll go back and do that and show you the difference in a second. You can speak them by pressing that mic button, or you can just type them. This is obviously not a top standard note. full aid plan. And then if I wanted to, I can click AI Assistant and put it in a lovely structure that's more professional. It'll address any goals and it doesn't actually change any information there. So we'll save that note and I'll pop back here and show you. So this was for Jane Smith. Now, let's say that we did do the washing and that we did do the shopping. So we can go back in and here we are, and we can add those tasks and they'll give a timestamp and when they were completed. So just moving through quickly, we'll go to the next stage, which is setting up your business details for invoicing. So we'll say we've got it. So in your settings, you can come over here, set up your personal information. Let's say I'm Kim Jones. Well, and my business name is Jones Support. And I'll put my ABN number in there. Oops. Put my business address. Again, this is all just really quick. And your business phone number. And here you can put your accountant details or bookkeeper details as well. So you can actually send across the accounting reports, which is just an Excel spreadsheet of everything you've done for the month or the week, however often you want to do that. And you can set that to go automatically as well. So your banking details. And account name. Okay, and then you can put your terms. All right, so for GST registration, if you're registered for GST, pop that toggle on and your invoice will read tax invoice at the top. If you're not registered for GST, take that off and it will just read invoice at the top. So I'm going to turn that on. Down here we have an expiration reminder. So any documents that you might be storing, service agreements, other things, you can actually assign a date beside it and then this will remind you when they're coming up. So we'll just set that up. So we've saved those. When I was talking about custom codes, in here you can add any code that you would like to add from any support category, assign any price, and then that will actually appear in your drop downs when you're assigning shifts and or when you're creating an invoice, you can choose that code that you've made. Here's where we put our standard rates. So for anything standard that has Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, public holiday, you can put your cost in here and then that will automatically be brought across to those codes. But as well, everywhere is editable. So if you decide, actually, no, that's not right, I want to charge $75 for the weekday rate this week, you can do that. But this is just a quick way of having those costs, those prices fall into the shift automatically. So I can go back and show you here. We'll edit that shift and maybe we'll choose public holiday. Okay, so now we've set up all of our business details. Now we can go across and actually make an invoice. So we're going to create the invoice for Jane Smith. And here's her shift. Here it is. All the details are there. The travel is there at $1 per kilometre. We don't want to add GST because NDIS items are not applicable with GST, but it's there as part of the app. And you can put any notes that you want to appear on the invoice. So thanks for a great week, or whatever it is that you need to put there. So we're going to create that invoice. And so now that'll be sitting in drafts. and we can just have a quick look at it. This is how it will appear. So you've got your NDIS number there, you've got the due date, you've got all your business details, you've got the correct codes, the quantity, your terms, your payment, and thanks for a great week. So we can send that now, and you can download it if you want to. You can send it across. Because we tick Jane, that's automatically there. But if you wanted to add yourself in and keep a copy of it in your emails as well, you can do that and just add or subtract whoever you want in this page. So there's a standard message in here that will go with the email, and you can change that. That's all changeable, but we're just going to leave it for now. And we send that, away it goes, moves over to the sent items. Now let's say that this invoice has been paid. So we've come back in, yep, it's been paid. I'll just click that off there. That'll now move across to the paid section. And just to show you what that will look like, you can see there's a paid, date issued, due date, paid date. And all of this can be changed. So if you accidentally press the paid, that's no problem. You can take it back to sent, and that will disappear from the invoice as well. It'll go back to showing not paid. So that's a way to get started really quickly. I haven't shown you everything here, but that will get you going. And if you would like to look at more features, we have a big list of feature videos over on our YouTube channel. Thanks for trying Scribe.